Hi, this is Terry with Trusted Water. Today I'd like to show you the workflow or the sequence of testing that you'll follow when you use your SnapShot water inspection kit as part of the home inspection. So the first thing that you'll do when you arrive at the home is you'll choose the water outlet that you want to test. It's usually going to be a kitchen sink with a faucet where they use water for cooking and for drinking. You'll take your sample bottle and you'll collect what we call the first draw sample. And if you don't remember the sample collection procedure, we have a video that shows you how to collect the samples from the water faucet. So we're going to do a first draw sample. Basically the very first water that comes out of the outlet, we capture that. And this sample is going to be used to test heavy metals like copper. And if you've chosen to purchase additional items for your kit like iron or chromium or lead, you're going to want to use this first draw sample to test those. All right? So once you've tested the heavy metals, then you're going to dump this bottle out. You're going to flush this outlet for about 2 to 3 minutes. You're going to fill it up again. And again, check out our video on sample collection to show you some of the tips for collecting a sample. This is now what we call our first flush sample. The next thing that you want to test, if this is a sample from a public water system that chlorinates their water, the very next thing that you want to test is free chlorine. And you want to test that next because free chlorine is a gas and it will evaporate. Every time you open this bottle, it's going to lose some of that. So you want to check this as soon as you can. After that, if it's a well, you want to check color of water if you've purchased this item or this parameter as part of your kit. If it's a private well, you don't need to check chlorine. You can choose to check color on a public water system if you want as well. But normally, if you've got a private water system, you don't need to check chlorine. You just need to check the heavy metals and color. After you've used the colorimeters, you're going to move on to the total dissolved solids meter. We recommend testing total dissolved solids next using your first flush sample. And the last things we'll check are our test strips for nitrate, nitrite, copper, alkalinity, pH, and hardness. Those will always be the last things that we test. Once you've completed all the testing, and if you do it right, you should be done within 7, maybe 10 minutes at the most. And that includes any retesting that you might have to do. If, for instance, you see a high copper value, we recommend retesting it again using that first flush sample. What that will tell you is how well flushing removes higher levels of copper. And that might be the remediation recommendation that you give to the home buyer, is that they flush their water before they drink it or use it to cook to remove higher levels of copper. The last thing that we recommend doing is to take a sample one more time, to label the bottle. In your kit, there'll be some small white labels that you can use to write the location, the date, put it on the bottle, and then bring this home with you. Sometimes you get home, you're writing the report, and you realize you did something wrong, or you missed something, or you want to retest something, and having a bottle to do that will prevent you from having to go back to the home and retest. And that's it. That's the workflow that you should follow. And the more that you test, the better you'll get at this, and the faster things will become. But you should be done testing in roughly 7 to 10 minutes. For details on how to perform the individual tests as part of the SnapShot water inspection kit, check out our other videos.